Welcome to King's Quest Chapter 3, Once Upon a Climb. I am so excited about this. I'm always waiting for the new chapter to come out, and here it finally is. If you have not seen Chapter 1 or Chapter 2 yet, I highly recommend you check out my playlists on my channel and watch those. This is your channel. It's your go-to channel for King's Quest. I'm doing all of the chapters, and then I'm also going back and doing all of the old King's Quest games. I actually already have the first one and second one up on my channel, and I'll continue to do the old King's Quest game as I wait for new chapters of this one to come out. This is a 100% playthrough as a reminder, so that means I'm going to play through the game, and then at the end, I'm going to show you how to get all of the achievements. And something new this time around is that I got a new capture card, so this chapter is going to be recorded in 60 frames per second, so that's very nice. I think that's enough rambling. Let's go ahead and start with Chapter 3.
I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, and an appetite for adventures. Questing led me to recover King Edward's magic mirror, and he rewarded me with his throne.
Very nice. I really like the castle in the background, and there looks like some dirt here, or maybe some dung. I don't know. Either or. Dirt or dung? Which is it? Not really sure what the significance of that is. Let me continue ahead, though.
I inherited a flawed but charming kingdom, and I worked tirelessly to restore the land to its former glory.
Okay, so am I going through time here, kind of reliving some old times? I guess that's the case. Not entirely sure what this is.
That trellis looks better over there.
Okay, I don't know what that does.
Over there, really.
Not sure what this is doing, but there we go. Okay, but I think I kind of figured out what's going on. I think the scene is repeating. We're just moving forward in time, because I think those three little dirt piles, as you can see, they're kind of growing into some sort of vegetation, is what it looks like. So let me continue ahead and see if I can figure anything else out.
In a few short years, I had grown into the king I'd always wanted to be. And while I was proud of the Daventry I had shaped, something still felt like it was missing.
Interesting. So the castle looks nicer. There's a big thornweed right in front of me. I can't continue ahead. So maybe that that fence that I made is just a bunch of thornweeds. Right? That makes sense. Yeah, because there's some thorns growing on it, so maybe if I move this...
Hey, I'm flexible.
This way, and then let me take it all the way back.
That trellis looks better over there.
No. Not that way. How do I push it to the right?
Over there, really.
Maybe if I stand a little bit to the left, he pushes it to the right?
Or here. Hey, I'm flexible.
There we go. So I'm actually kind of upset because it was my goal for this chapter to be the first person to upload a video for it. But I thought the game was coming out tomorrow, not today. So I missed the timeline for that one. Whoops. That kind of sucks. My god, these badgers. No.
Wait. No. There is absolutely no way that can be right. There's no way that could have happened. I was too invested in that owl. I must have missed a detail in the story.
So, if you're familiar with King's Quest, you know that that little owl with glasses is a pretty significant character, and you can find out all about that if you watch some of the other King's Quest games that I'm going to be doing on my channel, so be sure to subscribe for that. These poor little owls. They're so sad. That is a sad bunch of owls, if I've ever seen one. So let me go over here.
No, I didn't abandon that owl family. I found a way to save their son.
Okay, so I guess with that shovel, I can go back to that first screen and maybe dig up some of the dirt. But if I'm going back in time, do I take the shovel with me? I don't know.
I forgot one small detail. I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, an appetite for adventures, and a small shovel in my pocket.
Okay, so I do get the shovel, that's good. Yeah, I came home from work today, and I took a nap so I could be ready to be the first person to make a video at midnight as soon as the game released. But then my boy Philip on Twitter let me know that the game came out today, and I was mistaken all along. Oh well.
Buried in the soil was a tiny, spiniferous thorn seed.
Okay, so I guess that's the thorn bush from earlier.
No treasure there.
Yeah, so thank you, Philip, on Twitter for letting me know the game was out today and not tomorrow. Or else I would have delayed this video one more day.
Acorn had been planted in the dirt.
And the problem is there's a bunch of games that I'm playing that have been coming out recently. This, and then Hitman Chapter 2 came out today as well. And then I have a DLC for SteamWorld Heist coming out in a few days. So a bunch of stuff happening pretty soon. I have an idea. I think if I plant the acorn right here, it gives a tree for the owls.
I planted that miniature acorn in the ground, a way to commemorate new beginnings.
That way their nest will be up high, but I know that badgers can climb trees, so I can put the thorns right here.
That looked like a great spot for a spiniferous thornweed plant to thrive.
Perfect, and I think that plan will work out nicely to save our little owl friends. Although I do need to move this over to the thorns, so let me move that.
That trellis looked better over there.
There we go, I think that's perfect, and I think this plan will work. Nice.
The family of chirping owls brought a smile to my face, but anguish to my heart. My kingdom was thriving, but I was alone. Who was I building this Daventry for?
King Graham looks pretty buff, man. He's been working out. And I wish I could help the little badger, man. I know he's trying to eat the owls, but I feel so bad for it. He's literally stuck on thorns right now. That is very cruel. Let me go ahead, though.
The loneliness of the road that night was only offset by the company of my hungry, rumbling tummy. I headed back to the castle for a bite to eat.
What good is all this food with no one to share it with? Oh, how rude of me. Here you go.
Sire, Daventry Decree 74311.
I know. No animals are allowed at the table. Did the bakers ever respond to my invitation for dinner?
They declined. Said they couldn't find a sitter.
You're right. Perhaps the guards would accept an invite for dinner.
Graham, we'd love to.
We'd love to, but...
Yeah, Decree 911 to the 23rd power.
Afraid so, sire.
As you were. Oh, before I forget, Larry, you know I restored the budget for your own personal steed, right?
Oh, right. My own personal steed. Thank you.
Well, I suppose I could use the surplus on masking the odor of number 2. No, I mean Royal Guard number 2. He smells like syrup.
It's intolerable, really. It's gotten so bad my helmet fogs up.
You'll get used to it.
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that?
Poor Graham is very lonely here.
Triumph's old.
Poor Triumph is reaching old age. This is kind of sad. And it looks like the Bakers were invited. They didn't show up. Amaya Blackstone was invited. She didn't show up. And the Hobblepots were also invited. They didn't show up. Quite impressive that the Hobblepots are still alive, because they've been old for a very long time.
Well, would you care to join me for dinner?
Dinner sounds lovely, but I'm only allowed to leave my post in times of distress. Or if that plate of peas needs to be replenished. Oh, I think they went too strong on the lavender again. I can smell the spices from here.
Alright. So let me see what I can do here. Let me inspect the table. Guess let me grab some peas. Let me grab some chicken. Can't grab apples. Let me grab this hat though. I don't know what that hat's doing.
Someone had placed a second throne next to mine as a hint. I bet it was Royal Guard number 2. He was growing old and anxious for Graham kids.
Really? You're using your own name in puns now?
You're right. That pun was chairless.
My god. The puns continue. Yeah, Royal Guard number 2, he said he smells like syrup. Which is interesting. I knew a kid in 3rd grade who smelled like syrup. His name was Justin. No, it was Brett. Justin and Brett were twin brothers, and Brett was the one that smelled like syrup. Anyways.
Such big muscles. Can't believe you had trouble finding a girlfriend.
I worked on those muscles for myself, Gwendolyn. Thank you very much.
So I need to create an effigy dinner guest. That's interesting. So I guess I can put him right there.
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that?
Alright, so I guess any good effigy needs to begin with a skeleton, so this looks suitable. So let me put that down.
That's a good start. What else can we add to her? You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
What about a hat? What should we use for the face?
So I need a face, a cape, and a hat. I do have a face. I can pick either one of these. So Bramble, Amaya, and Chester. So this is like the, you know, annoying old guy. Like your annoying uncle that doesn't stop talking at dinner. So I don't think I'd want him as my guest. And then Bramble. I guess she's busy with the kids. We'll go with Amaya.
You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
What about a hat?
So I still need a cape and a hat. I do have that little hat that I picked up.
You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
Alright, so for the 3rd time, needs a purple cape, and it looks like the guard is standing in one, and he said he only leaves his post to replace the peas, but the peas are already empty, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Maybe if I feed the peas to our friend here, Triumph, we might get the guard to abandon his post. So I'm gonna put the peas down. Triumph is absolutely not interested. Maybe some chicken will convince him otherwise. There we go. Good boy.
More peas, sir? Apologies. I'm allergic to the lavender.
Not sure if I want somebody who's handling my food to be sneezing all over the place like that. Well, let me take the carpet here and use that as a cape. That guy rudely interrupted me to pour some peas. That's okay. That's pretty sad.
Oh, perfect. What should we name her? No, that's my sister's name. You know that. I'm thinking something that ends in a soft consonant.
It was at that exact moment when the magical mirror called out to me. mirror showed me a magical reflection of a tower far away in the kingdom of Koliba. It told me that the princess I would marry was trapped at the very top, waiting for me to rescue her. Wasting no time, I grabbed a beautiful ring from the royal treasury and headed off to save my future wife. Ha! Looks like my nursemaids are here. Can you excuse me for half an hour?
You got it, Grandpa.
Gwendolyn, it's your move.
Oh. What's taking them so long?
I'm honestly not sure. He's probably just distracting the nursemaids with his jokes.
For 4 hours?
Would that really surprise you?
No, I guess not.
So, are you excited for Grandmother's birthday?
I haven't even picked out her present yet.
Mother helped me pick out mine. I'm told it's the perfect gift.
All right, children. Your grandpa is now ready for you. Gwendolyn, he asked to see you first.
Can we go together?
Best not to overwhelm him all at once. Besides, I need God's help with the daily decrees.
Is it all right if we finish this after lunch?
Go ahead. Wouldn't want to keep him from his favorite.
Your grandfather doesn't have favorites, Scott. He loves each of you in his own special way. Now tidy up and meet me in the throne room. I've got 3 trays of appetizers with your name on them.
Own special way. Doesn't matter. Not with Addendum 48677 in the books. Ah, bother.
Come on. There's got to be another one in there. Just one more, one last quest. Another notch in my feather, a voyage to Neptune's kingdom, or a journey through the infinite desert. Please, Mirror, one final adventure.
Grandpa,
Ah, just the person I wanted to see.
are you doing all right?
I am now.
Did they find you the right medicine?
Your company is better than any medicine in those vials. Yeah. Now, come, sit. This time, you picked the story. Something with a dragon, perhaps.
Actually, could you tell me more about Grandma? Everyone knows she's a great queen, and she's nice and regal and wonderful. But none of that's helping me pick out her birthday present. I want to get her something really special.
Of course. I suppose there's no place to start than at the beginning, when my travels led me to the Enchanted Isles.
Grandpa, Mom used to tell me this story before bed. Hasn't everyone in Daventry heard this? You climbed that tower, rescued Princess Valenice, fell in love, and lived happily ever after.
Well, fairy tales have a bad habit of simplifying matters of the heart. They weave tales The love just happens easily and with no effort required. The real story is far more exciting than what you've been led to believe.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you're as excited as I am about this game. I really love what they've been doing with it, and I'm really pumped to get into the meat of this. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe for all the King's Quest content you could ever want. And I'll see you next time, and I'll make my way towards that tower.